So good morning, welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara, and it's day 26 of Belong, so the last day of Belong. Belong, even the planning of Belong made me feel like I was doing a deep self-inquiry as to, how do I sit in myself? How do I sit in the land or the people or the tribes or just the connections in my life? How do I lean into them? How do I settle with them? How do I have edges and places where I don't settle? And I've loved it. I've loved the wave. I've loved swan. I've loved just so that thing we were doing, the balancing thing. Oh, Facebook. Yeah, that's right. The balancing thing where, this amazing sense of whole body connection as we balance, as we lift, as we stabilize. I've just loved it. I've loved it so much. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you've loved about it or liked about it or didn't like about it. And joy for June. Feels really good, feels really wholesome, and I'm really excited about it. And as always, I love ending things, so I'm really excited to end Belong, have a few days off, and then start Joy. So nice, yeah, I've loved it. Tell me how you've gotten on. I'd love to know. And Alex, who's over in England, who's just started, welcome to the tribe. I love when new people arrive. Tell me who you are. I love having a sense of who's with me in the morning. So come lie on your back and we shall do some version of the wave right now. I'm not really sure. I was out weeding the garden this morning. The sunrise was amazing. It's just a beautiful morning. So come. So lie. You won't see much of me like that. I love it. Oh, so funny. Great. So come lie on your back. Knees are bent. Feet are flat on the floor. And just feeling in. Just get a sense of this moment in your body. I love kind of shimmying around, finding my comfort, connecting in. Nice. And then arch your lower back and just stay there for a moment. So we've lifted something off the floor. And to lift something off the floor, there's effort. There's a contraction or a squeezing in the lower back. And then to lift something off the floor, something has to also rise or expand. So your belly is expanding. And then pull your lower back down and flatten into the floor. But my bum has kind of lifted, so I'm still balancing, and now my legs are taking the effort and my bum is squeezed slightly forward. So just travel, arching your back, feel the effort in the lower back, and then flatten. Feel the effort in your thighs. Arch. Oh, flatten. And is the effort equal between the front and the back of you? Can you connect to the same amount of work in wellness at the front of your body and at the back of your body? So I'm feeling like when I arch, I can hear the connection of the muscles much more clearly that way. Whereas when I flatten down, it's kind of duller in me. Now make the movement bigger. So roll up along your spine and push your hips forward, lifting up high, and then roll back down along the spine, arch your back, and arch your back as much as you can. So now my shoulders are in the game and my feet are really getting light on the floor. Notice that your feet are light on the floor. And then flatten down, roll up along your spine, rolling down, and then arch your back and maybe let your feet float. Shoulders are connected, spine is arching. Flatten down, roll up along your spine. Landing down, arch, maybe let your feet float.
And I'm like pulling my shoulders down more and more. It's a bit like swan. Rolling up. And then arching. And I'm moving slowly down my yoga mat. Have you noticed that? I feel like a caterpillar. Rolling up, down. And when I arch my back, my shoulders move towards my bum. And so the next time that I lift up, I've moved down a little bit more towards the floor or towards the end of my mat. Nice. Cool. So just shimmy, walk back up your mat a little bit. And then rock your knees from side to side. Massaging your hips and the back of your pelvis with the weight of your own body. Just feel that. How do you really get met by the floor as you rock from one side to the other? How do you pour your weight one way and then pour your weight the other way? Nice. Come back to center. Squeeze your right knee up onto your chest. Hug it in. Nice. And then squeeze your left knee up onto your chest and hug it in. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Your fingertips are touching. And then reach over towards the right side so that your fingertips stay touching, but you roll your arm down towards the floor. And then over towards the left side. My arms are staying straight for this. I was counting up the other day as we were writing the kind of the text for joy. It's writing up, and we've done 30 months of yoga. 30 months. That's a month of yogis. No, month of months. A month of months. Amazing. I wonder how many classes we've done in total. Rocking from one side to the other side. Now we're going to do a thing. Was it the beginning of this or was it the end of the last one we did it in? So you're lying on the floor. Interlock your fingers and then just bring your left elbow down to the floor, keeping your right arm straight. And then bring your right elbow down to the floor, keeping your left arm straight. And just travel from one side to the other. So my back is not moving on the floor. My arms are moving as I do this. And I really get pointy and land very securely into the floor with my elbow. It's got this very interesting pointiness to it that's very enjoyable. Nice. So next time your elbow goes down to the left, bring your knees to the right. And then bring them back up to center. So just keep your knees moving. Your arm stays over towards the left. And your knee rocks over towards the right. Let's try over towards the left as well. What happens when you rock your knees to the left? And then over towards the right. Over towards the left. How interesting. And then over towards the right. How connected is this movement in your body? How easy is it to roll to the left? And how easy is it to roll to the right? Nice, one more time. Left and right. Nice. Bring your arms back up to center. Drop your elbow down towards the right. And now rock your knees from one side to the other, keeping your left arm straight. This is so interesting. I wonder what we'd call this. The zombie twist with movement? Maybe. A zombie is more balancing though. Come back up to center. So we'll try the zombie twisted movement, which is a different thing actually. Whoop. So knees in the air, hands in the air, and then rock your knees, but don't have your hands interlocked, and rock your knees to the right and reach your arms to the left. And then rock your knees to the left and your arms to the right, and find the point of balance that you're struggling to stay in the pose. You have to come back from there and find a healthy struggle point. Just feeling that in your body as you rock your arms in one direction. So this is really a whole body movement. I can feel that my hips and my legs and my arms. So I feel like I'm going too far now because I'm kind of losing the rocking. So make the movements slightly smaller. Nice. So now we're going to shake it up. So reach your arms over towards the left and keep your arms there, and then rock your knees from left to right. So this is really hard because when you bring your knees to the left, everything wants to fall over. And how do you stabilize? So arms to the left and knees are traveling from side to side. Whole body movement is happening. You're connecting the whole of you as you do this. And you're trying to work something out, which is really fascinating. Nice. Bring your arms over towards the right. And then do the same thing again. Rock your knees from one side to the other. Wow, it's so amazing. So this is zombie twist with your knees moving. Whereas the other one, similar, but different. Nice. Stretch your legs up towards the ceiling. And just pause there. Legs are long. Stretch into your heels. Open your toes wide. So I always get texts from you yogis when you go traveling. So this week we are in New Orleans. Woohoo! I always wanted to go there. We're in Iceland. A few weeks ago we were traveling along the Camino. Yeah, I love it. It's very exciting. It's very exciting traveling the world. I loved it when Nada was in Bangkok, up in the skyrise, and she would do my yoga on the balcony. When Maureen and Margaret were in Nepal, amazing. So amazing how we travel all over the world together. Roll your ankles in big circles. So let this be incredibly satisfying on your feet, and like it's the most big, juicy, wholesome, strong circles that you can make in wellness. My knees and my legs are kind of helping. It's kind of like frog legs a little bit. And very fast, I feel like this is so exhausting. And then roll in the other direction. Just feel, how do your ankles and your feet and your calves move? Nice. Bend your knees. And then bring your right thigh down towards the right. And stop when your hips are still on the floor. And then bring your right thigh all the way down. And then come back up to center. Right thigh out to the side. And then bring your right thigh all the way out. And then come back. We were doing this last week. So right thigh out. And then your pelvis. So my left knee is actually staying incredibly centered as I do this. And my left knee is counterbalancing the movement. Left knee, right knee out to the side. And then pelvis follows so that the calf or the knee touches the floor. Right knee out to the side. Pelvis follows. One more time. Right knee out to the side. Pelvis follows. And pause there. You can straighten the left leg up towards the ceiling. And now bring your left leg a little bit more towards the left. So my right knee is on the floor, my pelvis is tilted, and my left leg is now lengthening over towards the left side. Widen your shoulders. My left arm is interesting. It wants to push a bit to help stabilize the left knee, but I'm trying to, or the right knee, but I'm trying to relax my left arm. Notice what your left arm is doing. Mine keeps pushing. Nice. Slowly drop that left leg all the way over towards the right and pause there. It's floating maybe around 6 to 9 inches off the floor. I'm stretching down into my heel. If that feels too strong with your leg straight, then just bend your knee. Otherwise, lengthening into that left leg, strong and long. Nice. Bend your knee. Come back to center. Bring both feet to the floor. Shimmy around till you feel like you're straight. Well, then lift. Whoa. Good. Whoa. Lift both knees in the air. And then bring your left thigh out to the side and then let your pelvis follow. Come back up to center. Left thigh out, pelvis follows. And so my feet are floating in the air. So this is the balancing pose. Left thigh out, and then thigh follow, hip pelvis follows. Left thigh out, pelvis follows. So this side for me has more effort in getting the pelvis off the floor. I feel like my inner thigh on the left is not as strong. It doesn't have the same pull and weight ability. Interesting. So bring your left thigh out to the side, bring it to the floor, stretch your right leg long, and now bring your right leg a little bit over towards the right side so that you're kind of at your maximum something. The other day when we were doing Kung Fu Yogi, it's a very similar pose actually. Look at that. This is Kung Fu Yogi lying down. So again, I'm doing funny stuff with my arms here. I feel like my arms are pushing into the floor. So I'm trying to relax my arms and drop my rib cage a little bit more while keeping the left thigh down. How would you relax your face, relax your neck, relax that right shoulder, relax your hands. Nice. Drop that right leg over towards the left. Your knee can be bent or your leg can be straight. If it's straight, it'll be a lot stronger. So decide what you need. I'm really feeling into the space you inhabit. This is you. This is your space. This is the only place you've ever been, is within this space. Isn't that awesome? Every step you've ever taken has been with these feet. Nice. Come back to center, both feet to the floor. Shimmy around so you feel like you're flat on the floor, and then just rock your knees from side to side. Really deepening down into the belly, into the breath. Nice. Come all the way over and come up onto your hands and knees. I look very dark on the screen. Hopefully you can see me. So hands and knees, and then arch your lower back and round your lower back. Arch your lower back, round your lower back. Arch, and round. Nice, one more time. Arch, round. So arching your back, bring your chin as low to the floor as you can. Round your back and then rise up. So you drag your hands along the floor and then reach your arms wide. Reach up, look up. Thighs slide down the floor, slide forward. Bend your elbows, bring your chin down towards the floor. Rounding your back. Slide your hands along the floor, rising up, arching your back, looking up. Slide your hands down your thighs, slide your hands out, arching your back, bring your chin down. Rounding your back, slide your hands back, arching your back, looking up. So there's very natural movements of the spine that support us in strength. So arching your back, chin comes down, rounding your back, slide your hands along your thighs, reaching up, looking up. Nice. Let's come into elephant. So sweep your right hand across. So your left hand is beside your left thigh, right hand has traveled across. And then your left hand across. And as you travel, really lean into your rib cage. I'm pushing the hand that meets the thigh into the thigh, and it gives me a sense of stability. Nice. One more time, each side. Super cool. Both hands to the floor. Sit your bum down, stretch your legs out long, roll into your ankles again. And then roll in the other direction. So we're going to do swan, because I just love swan. So reach your arms up, bend your elbows, pull them down, and lean into your chest and know that you belong. Nice. Reaching up and then dive forward and feel deeply into the space you inhabit. Rising up, pull your elbows down, leaning into your heart, know that you belong. Rounding forward, feel into the space of you, the deep of you. And just travel. Arching, know that you belong. Rounding, hands come forward, feel your space. This is your space, your boundary. I was talking to one of the yogis and she moves around quite a lot. And she was saying that what's really beautiful is that she feels like when she moves on her yoga mat with me every day, that she belongs wherever she is in that moment, that's where she is. It's brought her into present time awareness of here and now and the belonging of here rather than it being fixed on a place that is external to us. So one more time, rounding forward, and then just rock your bum from side to side. Closing your eyes and feeling the sensations of you. It's a bit like cleaning out the cobwebs of a house, opening the cupboards, checking out all the different places. Again, you meet the deep of you and inhabit this space. Come lie on the floor. And just wiggle a bit, feel the floor, and then settle. And just feel the boundary of you in this moment. This now, this here, this body, this space that is you. Can you land a little bit more into presence, a little bit more into now? Notice something that resources you, something that feels like wellness, something that feels like wholesomeness in this moment. The touch of one of my fingers off my other hand is like one hand is just gently touching the other hand. Feels so kind. There's something like, oh, it's so sweet. So find something that is, your yoga clothes, the way they feel, your pajamas if you're at home, your yoga mat beneath you. For me, it's the sense of the light this morning is really beautiful. And just find resource, find wellness, find this moment now in your body. How gorgeous. So belong. I've loved it. I'll see you all on the 1st of June for Joy. It's going to be fun. I've already got ideas about the movements that will happen, the sense of heart opening, leaning into ourselves, inhabiting joy within our bodies, cultivating joy as we move through our day. Thanks for joining me. Really, really. I love being here. Thanks. Great day. Ciao, ciao.